Jesus said, "Behold, I am coming quickly. Blessed is he who keeps the words of the prophecy of this book." Of course, the book was the Revelation. The Lord's exhortation to pay attention to prophecy is reason enough to focus attention on it. As a bonus, Jesus promised to bless us for doing so. I could always use a blessing. I don't know about you. Maybe you want to give up some. Maybe you have too many blessings in your life. I'll take them. We reserve a few minutes to discuss current trends that you'd expect from reading Bible prophecy. We are futurists, believing that all the unfulfilled prophetic passages, they are future events that will occur in a literal, physical, global, apocalyptic context. We look at things like biometrics, artificial intelligence, cashless commerce, the manipulation of human DNA, global government, the exponential growth of human knowledge, and the rebirth of national Israel as signs that we are seeing Bible prophecy either being fulfilled or getting the stage set for it to be fulfilled. J. Michael Evans is president of Alibaba Group USA. I'm sorry, I just crack up every time I read that. But they are a subsidiary of Chinese internet giant Alibaba. If you wondered where all those cheap things came from that you order. You ever order something through Facebook or Instagram? It takes like 3 or 4 years to get to you. And, it comes from Alibaba. In Davos, Switzerland, at the 2022 World Economic Forum, Evans participated in a panel on responsible consumption. He talked about the development of a tech platform the consumer could use to monitor what they buy, what they eat, and even how they travel to measure personal carbon footprints. Carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases, including CO2 and methane, that are generated by our actions. The average carbon footprint for a person in the United States is 16 tons, one of the highest rates in the world. Globally, the average carbon footprint is closer to 4 tons. To have the best chance of avoiding a 2 degrees centigrade rise in global temperature, the average global carbon footprint per year needs to drop to under 2 tons by 2050. So that's what the carbon footprint people are all about. In the video posted to Twitter, Evans told the audience, "We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their whole carbon footprint." What does that mean? He asked. Where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? An individual carbon footprint tracker. It doesn't matter what we believe about carbon footprints. We want to set that aside for a minute. The update isn't about that. It could be about anything, really, because the scary part is they monitor everything you do, everywhere you go, everything you eat. And this sounds, compounding this is the vast array of surveillance cameras and other such equipment around the world to keep track of you. And people seem happily on the road to a dystopian society controlled by a few elitists where they know everything about you and control everything about you, what you eat and stuff. And these, regardless what you think about carbon and your footprint and, whether you're a big foot or a little foot, these people think it's true, and they're going to reduce your carbon footprint come, as we like to say, hell or high water, right? And that means a severe change in lifestyle in the United States if we surrender our sovereignty to these groups. Who knew it would be that easy for the future Antichrist? The system that we refer to as the mark of the beast, it's going to be in place for him to control all the behavior of his citizens. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. No one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That could have been the introduction to this guy's talk. He could have just quoted that, and it's essentially what he's talking about. China's already doing it with their social credit system. No longer a question of if governments will implement an entirely digital economy, but when. Jesus is coming to resurrect and rapture the church. He'll raise the dead in Christ, and then we who are alive and remain will be changed. We'll be in the twinkling of an eye, we'll have our resurrection bodies, and together with the dead in Christ, we'll be taken to heaven. Then the tribulation will happen on the earth. We will see no part of it. It's becoming really popular for Christians. It's almost like they want to be in the tribulation. I read articles every week about how, we can't avoid tribulation and we're going to be there and stuff. And persecution is not tribulation. I do think if the Lord doesn't come for us, we are headed into a time of real persecution, where they're shutting churches down and arresting pastors and elders and deacons and such and all, because we're just trending in that area and losing our rights and all. But we won't be here for the great tribulation. We'll be in heaven with the Lord. So are you ready for the rapture? If not, get ready and stay ready and keep looking up, because, ready or not, Jesus is coming.